You're watching Newsday TV. Thanks for joining us. I'm Macy Eglint. A Massapequa couple has been charged in connection with the January 6th riot at the Capitol. The FBI arrested Kevin and Carol Moore yesterday afternoon for alleged trespassing and disorderly conduct. Prosecutors say the 57-year-old woman posted a video to Facebook on January 5th saying, quote, pre-game rally. The couple then allegedly attended Donald Trump's speech before walking to the Capitol. The 61-year-old man works for the MTA. They were both released on their own recognizance. Only in Newsday, the star witness in the former Nassau County executive's corruption case is getting a new prison date. Court records show Harendra Singh will not start his sentence until November. The Laurel Hollow man was first ordered to surrender in January. The 65-year-old pleaded guilty to charges including conspiracy to commit federal program bribery. A Holbrook man has been charged in a deadly hit and run. 73-year-old Michael Sabeno allegedly hit a 63-year-old pedestrian and then took off. This is a look at the scene on Coates Avenue. This happened back in December. Now, this was one of two deadly crashes that day in Suffolk County. LIRR stations on the South Shore are becoming more accessible. The Copeg station now has its first ever elevator. The governor says 2 other Babylon branch stations will be made fully accessible in the next few weeks. Those include Amityville and Lindenhurst. Well, there's a new truck inspection site on the LIE in Dix Hills. The Department of Transportation unveiled the site today. Officials say it will provide a safe location for officers to conduct commercial truck inspections. The center is between exits 53 and 51 on the westbound side. Only in Newsday, growing fears as sea levels rise. New flood prediction maps paint a scary picture for many communities. Jill Wagner takes a look in Paying the Price, Long Island's stormy future.
So the water was coming through every nook and cranny you could find. It was blowing the doors open in the back.
Desiree Barone has been the manager at Ruvo Restaurant East in Port Jefferson for 10 years. In that time, there have been 2 major floods, with water destroying the restaurant from the tables in the front to the equipment in the kitchen, even swamping cars in the parking lot.
The damage it leaves behind is just catastrophic.
New flood maps from New York State, based on predictions from NOAA, show in just 10 years the floodplain in Port Jefferson, like most areas along the coast, will creep farther inland. As you can see on this map, the area in dark blue is the current floodplain. The area in light blue shows homes and businesses that could be at risk in just a decade.
These are businesses, they're restaurants.
Kevin Reed is a professor of atmospheric science at Stony Brook University. Reed says that in the past century and a half, the water around Long Island has already risen by about 15 inches, making the storm surge during a hurricane, nor'easter, or regular weather event, especially during high tide, that much worse.
Places that didn't typically flood might have, these flooding events occurring once every few years, once every 10 years.
Fast forward to 2050 and 2100. The floodplain keeps expanding from the western parts of Nassau all the way to Montauk and Orient Point.
It might seem small, right? So, okay, maybe in your neighborhood it only affects, 2 or 3 houses. But if that's true across all the villages and towns across Long Island, that is a huge number of people.
And Reed says the South Shore will be impacted more than the North because of its lower elevation. According to the new maps, this neighborhood in Belmore is at an increased risk of flooding.
When we had Sandy, we had to be out for 2 months.
Sandy in 2012 was considered a once-in-a-century storm. So what do the new maps mean for people who live and work by the water?
That will really impact where we choose to live, right, as Long Islanders, but also it will impact the value of our homes. It'll impact the cost of continually having to build back.
Can we really do this a third time if the weather is going to keep doing what it's doing?
For Newsday TV, Jill Wagner.
To see the interactive map showing these new flood maps and to see where your house will fall in the coming few years, go to Newsday.com, click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. There is a new place to find summer fashion. Elisa DiStefano takes us to Apricot Lane in a story you'll see only in Newsday.
It's a brand new boutique full of florals, pastels, and pops of color.
It is so beautiful in here.
Thank you, I really appreciate it.
Mother of four and Smithtown resident Christine Martin just opened Apricot Lane in Smithtown.
I can't believe it. I walk in every day and I'm like, wow, I get to go to work in my closet, which is fantastic. The unique thing about Apricot Lane is it's a franchise backed but locally owned, so no two are the same. So this particular one, it's my clothes, my decorations, my everything. So it's truly my boutique, but I get the backing of an Apricot Lane.
Apricot Lane caters to all ages, shapes, and sizes with a price point of $50 to $100 a piece.
When I was buying for the shop, I thought about mother, daughter, grandmother. I tried to get something for everyone. When you walked in, I immediately thought pink because you're wearing pink. So this, I know I'm wearing it, but it's beautiful. As I'm looking at you, this.
Denim's in.
We have dresses kind of to suit everyone, whether it's long, short, formal, not formal. And right here we have our spring selection, which is a lot of color. And this one's just a pop of color, so much fun.
Christine hopes to make the shopping experience special with stylists on hand and a fancy fitting lounge.
Time to try on.
Yes, here we go.
Wish me luck. I love this one. Lots of room.
When you have a customer who comes out of that dressing room and they feel good about themselves,
I added the hat.
that just makes me feel so good because that's the reason I opened it, to empower women. Oh, you look gorgeous.
Elisa DiStefano, NewsdayTV.
I love your dress.
I love your dress.
Tons of cute options. You can read more about Apricot Lane on Newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. Here's what's up on Long Island.
I'm talking to my wife, and the kid goes, "Do you have ID, sir?"
You can see Anthony Rodia, the stand-up comedian, is performing on his Totally Relatable tour Saturday night at the Paramount in Huntington. And Cradle Con is coming back to Garden City. You can meet comic book creators, buy rare books and toys, and join the cosplay contest. It's Saturday and Sunday at the Cradle of Aviation Museum. Or check out the Fleece and Fiber Festival. This is different. You can meet animals, but also learn about spinning, knitting, needle arts, quilting, and so much more through their demonstrations. It's Saturday at Halleckville in Riverhead. For information for admission info, also more events, just click Get More below the Newsday TV video box on our homepage. So let's talk about your Long Island forecast as you get ready to make those weekend plans. Definitely not a great day today. The rain just didn't seem to let up for a while. But tonight we get down to around 54 degrees, mostly cloudy. Tomorrow, highs going up. It's higher than it was earlier this afternoon, so that's great. We may touch the 70s for your Friday. The weekend, as we take a look at your 7-day, right now is looking pretty good. It looks like it'll stay dry. Sunday, maybe in the 70s. We'll take it.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
You're watching Newsday TV. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for joining us. Hope you have a great night.